You ever had a terrible fucking roommate? Like, I'm not saying like I'm the perfect roommate, but goddamn, a lot of you who are in the military or know what it's like to live in like a dorm-like room, you'll probably get it. Y'all probably had some terrible roommates. Some of your terrible roommates might have been family, but goddamn my roommate. Like, the only reason why I'm making this video is because he literally did the same thing. He did the same thing to me. He was sitting there in a fucking Twitch stream, and he was just talking shit about me, and the only reason why I noticed that he was doing that was because he was, like, well, I was recording, and this has to do with a lot of the reasons why I haven't been recording or posting as much as usual and as I promised, and it's down, that and I'm part of Night Crew, so I only really have like 3 or so days out of the week where I can really record with my friends. If not, it's all just going to be solo recording. But like I've just dealt with him too much. He always complains about like my noise, because like, you know, I record videos. You guys know how loud I am, or at least can be, as far as like all of this shit goes. Because I record, and being loud is entertaining, and not a lot of people get that. But if anybody should get it, it should be him, because he sits there streaming on Twitch. He sits there making videos like I do, and I just don't get it. How are you doing the same shit I am, being just as loud as I am, complaining about my noise, and then not only doing that, doing it behind my back while I'm in the room? Because my headphones, for the most part, unless if I turn on like this little feature right here, so now I can hear myself. Because I have the PlayStation 5 like headset, the one that's like, it's supposed to like practically be made for it. And he kind of has the same thing, except for his is like custom made headphones. So we can barely hear each other as is. But he has the ability to turn that shit off. And really, I can only really do that to things like within like mouth distance, so that I can kind of hear myself. But the mic picks up a lot more than that, because it's a dual microphone. So the mic that I'm hearing right now and the mic that you guys are hearing in the recording are two different mics. And that's pretty much how that works. Like, he's not like my old roommate. My old roommate would only complain about like my foot smell, because I had terrible fucking athlete's foot. And that was like understandable, because like I wouldn't want to live somewhere that smelled like feet, or at least somebody else's feet. So I fixed that problem. But I'm not fixing my noise problem, because he's making the same noise. We are both creators on Twitch and YouTube. I'm not gonna give his YouTube or his Twitch or anything, mostly because I don't know it, but even if I did, I'd pretty much just be doxing him with what little stuff that I have. And if anybody wants to sit here and call me a hypocrite, I'm gonna say it again. The only reason I'm doing this to him is because he did it to me too. He did it first, and I tried confronting him like a man, and he didn't want to do that. Because if there was anything, he should have tried to confront me like a man to begin with. But now, I'm doing this because when I wanted to confront him like a man, he didn't want to do anything. And yet, still wants to pretty much pin me as the annoying one and the one to blame. So I'm just sick of it. And I wish I had more time to record, and I wish I had a place of my own, but I am hoping sometime this month to get a new roommate. And there's still some stuff I need to deal with my old roommate, because I had for a while thought my HDMI cables were frying because maybe my shit was like too hot and it's all too close together, so I spaced it out and all that stuff the best that I could, and it was still happening. And the thing that was like keeping me thinking that was, well, when I did do it, it was working better, and all I needed to do was mess with the HDMI cable. So I just thought I was doing that. And then I noticed kinks in the cable that wouldn't have been there without somebody like sitting there and squeezing it. And then I noticed after changing my HDMI cable to fix it for a while, that one didn't have kinks, but I was still having the same problem after only a few weeks after getting a new HDMI cable. So then I still have my screen right here because I just replaced the screen today, which is why I'm doing this. I'm looking at it, and the HDMI port is not only an inch outside of it, but it looks like there's been a screwdriver stabbed into it. So my thinking is he fucked up my monitor and fucked up my HDMI cables on purpose to make me be quiet and sit on my phone with my headset and shit. He's going to owe me, and I'm going to make him pay before I move out and in with my new roommate that I actually get along with, because me and him actually work together. And at least if me and him have a problem, we have more people to talk to other than ourselves, because, well, we work with each other, and so we're in the same chain of command. And if anything like this were for some reason to have, he's a chill guy like me, unless if somebody like does some shit like my roommate did, he's not going to be confrontational. He's very similar to me. The only difference you're going to get is like you're probably going to be hearing him more often than my roommate, because me and his setup will probably be closer together. But he's got Xbox and I got PlayStation. So, yeah. It's not like there's going to be any bigger changes in that, really. So, I can't really say anything like that will happen. And to be honest, I don't know how it's going to go in the long run. I am still, anytime in the future, hoping, literally at any point at all, I want to get out of the barracks and I want to get my own place. And one of the people in my friend group, you have been watching my videos, it's probably been mentioned a few times in the background. I may have just not noticed. But we talk about it off camera, but me and him are going to be moving in together because he's been having problems with his family. Two of his family members are being pretty abusive and blaming him for everything, so I'm trying to help him out because he's not that far away and he's trying to save up money for his own plane ticket. And if I get BAH and I have on-base housing, as long as I have a car, my BAH will pay for like that entire house bill. I won't have to put in any more money than that, and it'll be pretty great for the both of us, because then I have a roommate that I like. I have a house that I can maintain the way I want instead of a way dictated by others. Which, I mean, of course, clean house, good, but it's not gonna be like fucking spotless. Which, if you're a slob, you will hate the military, because they do want shit spotless. More often than not. Don't worry. It's not like I'm going away again. And I'm not planning on cutting down what little time I already have for like recording and shit. If I get put back on days, I'll definitely have more time to record. But if I do get put back on days, it'll probably be shorter videos, except for on the weekends. So... and more than likely, it's probably gonna be the same content that I've been doing. I was thinking about doing a bit more, especially since I have DNF Duel and Grand Blue Fantasy. Probably do some videos on those. And you probably won't see much more videos on this game specifically. Not to say that I like hate the game, but it's a solo game, and you know how rare my solo videos are, or at least a majority of you do. They're like once in a blue moon. Like, you'll probably get like one every half a year or so, because my last one was all the way back in like December, because I was the one pretty much telling you guys where I would be. Oh shit. Quite a lot. Anyway, I just had to rant, so I'll get back to playing my games, and you guys can get back to watching other YouTubers. So I will see y'all next time, I guess.